Sometime in the year 185, Chinese astronomers looked up and saw a star that wasn't there the night before, and it stayed for 8 months. What they were watching, without any way to know it, was a star tearing itself apart about 8,000 light-years away, and the gas it flung outward in that single moment, it's still moving, still expanding. You're looking at it right now. This whole glowing ring is the shockwave from that explosion, still pushing through space almost 2,000 years later. The remnant is called RCW 86, and it spans about 100 light-years across. Bigger than the full moon in our sky, and yet completely invisible to the naked eye. Look at the center of the frame. This is the brightest, most tangled part of the whole structure. Ruffled sheets of gas folding over each other like a wave about to break. That texture isn't just pretty. It's the shockwave slamming into clumps of interstellar gas that weren't evenly spread out. Where the gas was denser, the wave piles up. Where it was thin, the wave raced ahead. That's why the ring looks so lopsided, torn open on one side and cresting on the other. The explosion wasn't moving into empty space. It was plowing through a neighborhood. In the center of the image, there's a different texture. Longer, thinner streaks, running almost vertical, with a smaller separate knot just below. This part of the remnant is older looking somehow, more pulled apart. Astronomers studying RCW 86 with space telescopes found something unexpected here, a lot of iron. That matters because iron is the fingerprint of a very specific kind of explosion, a type Ia supernova, not a massive star collapsing under its own weight. Instead, a small, dense white dwarf that slowly stole gas from a companion star until it crossed a threshold and detonated completely. No core left behind, no pulsar, no neutron star. Just this expanding shell of wreckage. Now, look at the bottom of the frame. That thin, quiet arc sweeping across the lower center. It's so faint compared to the fireworks elsewhere, but it's the same shockwave, same explosion, same moment in 185. This part just had less gas to push against, so it thinned out and kept going. One star blew up, and the ripple is still spreading in every direction, each part of it looking completely different, depending on what it ran into along the way. Here's what sits with me. Someone in ancient China looked up at the right moment, wrote it down, and nearly 2,000 years later, we can point a telescope at that exact patch of sky and find the scar. The record survived. The shockwave survived. And we still don't know for certain which white dwarf it was or where the companion star is now. Do you think anyone watching that night had any sense of what they were actually seeing? We'll be here tomorrow with whatever the data shows next. Subscribe so you don't have to remember to come back.